Another important thing that Robert Kiyosaki talks about in this book is taxes. Okay, so basically he talks about how the rich don't really pay taxes, and it's very simple to understand. And so the middle class, we actually get taxed on what we make throughout the year. So let's talk about that $6,000. If I made $60,000 a year, I get taxed on that much, right? Or about that much. You know, there's deductibles and things like that. But the rich, corporations that the rich have, they actually get taxed on how much money they have left at the end of the year, as opposed to how much they make, like we do. It sounds crazy, ludicrous, but that's the way it works. So it gets even crazier than that, because what the rich are doing is they're using the money that they earn to buy assets. Okay, so they're building at the same time as getting rid of their tax liability. Okay? And the more business expenses, which are write-offs, that they have, the less tax liability they're going to have. It decreases their taxable income, as opposed to us, because we get taxed on everything we make. Okay, and what this does is it gives them the opportunity to actually hide their personal expenses. And I mean, yeah, this is when it gets kind of shady, but essentially think about it. If they go on vacation, but they have a business meeting, they can write it off. They can write off the whole vacation, the whole, the travel, the hotel, everything, because it's a business expense. And then same with company cars, same thing with the phone bill and things like that. And then, obviously also with taxes, sometimes they do things that, are a little unethical. They move them overseas, so they pay less taxes over there and then bring them back over here. That's the other thing about how they don't pay taxes. But for the most part, for example, and we can do this as independent contractors. If you own a business, then you have things that are write-offable. I don't know if that's a word, but the same can be said for you. If you have a business phone, then that's an expense for you, and you won't necessarily be taxed for it personally, but your business will. Okay, and so after that, basically the last thing he talks about is how he wants us to continue learning in financial education. So when we do get a job, he's not saying not get one, but what we should try to do is try to learn these things right here, because this is how we kind of can grow in knowledge financially and develop wealth. So accounting, which is income statements and balance sheets. So that's honestly this right here. Let's kind of go back to this. So an income statement is basically money going in through income and going out through expenses. And a balance sheet is basically how much money are you paying in your liabilities versus how much your assets are. And so when we normally think about money, we only think about income and expenses, right? That's the only way we think about it. We need to go further than that. We need to decide, okay, how much money are we paying every month, and how much money in passive income are we making every month, okay? And that's the big thing. All right, and then investing, which is a science of making money out of money, finding out how many different ways to invest and which ones that we like and think we can do the best. Markets, which is supply and demand. So, what are the best markets? When can we expand in markets? When should we back off of markets? And then the law, the law keeps changing every year. So of course we need to make sure we keep up on those things. So taxes, rules, regulations, corporate policies, we need to make sure we keep up on those things so that we can best grow our wealth and assets without to minimize our risk, minimize our liability. Okay, and basically this is kind of the end of the video, just a summary. Okay, use your income to buy and build assets. Okay, so all those things we talked about, real estate, building a business, vending machines, arcade games, things that help you get royalties, things like that. Like those are assets. Those are things that you buy that will help you get more income and will help you buy more. And one more thing I wanted to say is, when we want to feel rich or feel like we're having a good time, we like to buy things, right? We like to buy a new car or whatever, but it actually puts us in debt, right? The car cost $30,000 and we had to put down 20%, well, or whatever. Like we're in debt. But I'll tell you what rich people do. With the money they get paid with, they buy assets right away. What ends up happening is, let's say you're a millionaire or a billionaire and you have $1 million worth of stock, okay? If 1 year that stock does okay and you get 5% return on investment, that's $50,000. That's $50,000, and they didn't have to work 1 hour to get that $50,000, okay? That's the beauty of investing, right? Passive income. With that $50,000, that's when they go buy that Benz. That's when they go buy that Audi. Okay, they're not going in debt because they leverage their assets right, or they buy assets and build their assets. They have free money. That's not blood and sweat and tears money. That's passive income money. That's free money. Okay, that's what we need to buy our luxury items with. That's why they don't feel bad when they buy a yacht, because their stock did well or their business made more money. Okay, and then also as far as a career goes, right? We want to continue to learn in accounting, investing, markets, and law, because that will help us grow our financial knowledge and then also help us know the right assets to build. And then lastly, the goal is financial independence, learning how to build your assets and passive income as opposed to just financial security. Okay, I know I've talked a lot. It's a lot of content to go through, but I really wanted to get that info out there. So thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed the content, this is the type of thing I want to have on this channel. And you guys are my financial fam, so I want to give you good content, right? So if you appreciate the video, if you liked the video, if you thought it was interesting, blah, 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 go ahead and like the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then also, if you are more of a Facebook person, follow me on Facebook. I'll put the link in the description, and I appreciate everything. So share this video with all your friends. If you know someone that just feels like, this 9 to 5 is not for me, there's another way, okay? And hey, don't get me wrong, I'm working a 9 to 5 right now too, but I'm looking to build my assets up so that eventually I don't have to worry about the strain of losing my job. I don't have to worry about the job market and things of that nature, all right? Well, thanks again for watching this video. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.